Hello, welcome. This is the ugly truth. You're welcome. Topical news show, news station where we look at the hot topic of the week. Our topic of the week for the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks has been the elections in Nigeria, 2023 elections. Nigeria decides the winner has been declared. The winner is Alhaji or Chief Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They call him the Jagaban of Lagos. Is the man that calls himself the kingmaker, and basically he's decided that he's going to run for election, and he's won the election with a 8.7 million votes. Second was Atiku Abubakar of the PDP with 6.1, 6.8 or something, or 6.7, and third was um, um, Peter Obi of the PDP with 6 point, I think he had 6.1, 6.1. And then, those were the top runners in the election. Thank you for coming. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel, smash like, share. The election was surrounded in so much controversy because so many people were saying, the election was rigged. There was a lot of people complaining about results not matching. Inec also, the electoral board really messed things up by not uploading the result as stated in the constitution before the election. They had a lot of stuff going wrong, and they really messed up because they didn't authenticate the election and make the election free and fair by not doing what the constitution said it should do. So that's it. That was a cloud on the that was a cloud on the election. You can see the results in front of you. The red are the PDP, the blue are the APC, and they cover most of the country. And he's got the votes that he needs to be the president elect. It was announced 4 a.m. This last night, 4 a.m. around 4 a.m. yesterday, and tonight or yesterday, depending on when we are watching this content. So he was predicted by everyone that he was going to win. Tinubu has been in governor of Lagos State for a couple of years in the past. He has so many. It's like the big dog in Nigerian election. He knows a lot of people. He's got a lot of power as well, and basically he runs Lagos. He's got governors that he's backed in the past. A couple of governors, and basically set the blueprint for Lagos. And he's done a lot of good stuff. So it was predicted because if you've been around kings, if you make kings, you're going to be king yourself. So and it's based on record or based on proof is in the pudding, as I always say. I think is the most qualified out of all the candidates. But Peter Obi, shout out to him, mention to him as well. He came in the last minute, and he really pushed Ahmed Bola Tinubu, and really pushed him a lot. He pushed him so far that he won the state, the presidential elect state of Lagos, which the Labour Party won as well. Kwankwaso is the strange man. He wins Kano. He's got a lot of supporters in Kano. He's a very popular man. When it comes to town, they say the whole state will stop and everybody goes and welcomes Kwankwaso. And Kwankwaso is a very special, he's a very dynamic person in that Kano, especially where he wins with his party and then PP. And so PDP on the other, there are a lot of infightings in PDP. There's a governor, Rivers State Governor Wike, fighting against the party, and there was a lot of stuff going on in fight. If you can't sort your house out, how can you fix that? How can you be taken seriously? So there was a lot of stuff going on between the PDP and APC comes out victorious. And that's the way it's played out. I think Inec should basically look back on what they've done during that election, and they should try as much as possible not to repeat You have to deliver what you say you're going to deliver. If you say you're going to deliver something, you say you're going to deliver it. The fact that they said they were going to, the result were going to be uploaded in real time made a lot of people, even I was convinced that, that will make a lot of people go out and vote. And that's what happened. I'm not sure about the numbers, but I'm not sure. I think they said it had 11% more than in the last election in 2019. So that's the map of the country, and the president has been elected. I think he starts his office in May when he takes over as president. So yeah, what does this do for Nigeria? For my own personal, this is my own personal thoughts on the ugly truth. We say it as it is. I believe, I may be wrong, but I believe he's going to be a good president. I think he's going to be a good president. I think he's going to try and unify the country. And I think he's going to put a lot of stuff in place to improve the people to improve the lives of Nigerians. Nigerians are going through a lot of stuff: electricity, petrol problems, lack of petrol, expensive expensive food stuff, university on strike, lack of cash recently. There's a lot of problems, and for Nigeria, I think it's a case of no one man is going to solve the problem of Nigeria. It's not like a magical wand. It's not like in the movies. It's like a race. It's like a baton. It's like a race, a relay race, whereby somebody comes and you pass on the baton to the next person, and there has to be continuous improvement, continuous progress in terms of fixing parts of the country, fixing certain parts of the economy. Like becoming a more producing economy, not reliant too much on consumption. Improve the agricultural sector, education. Make sure he's always spoke about giving loans to students. And he's already promised that will never be a strike in the educational sector in Nigeria. Those are the stuff he's saying now, and I hope he can really, really, we can really, really fulfill on whatever he says he's going to do. And he should try and be honest with himself and with Nigerians as well. Pick certain things that he's going to try and do and try and fix those, because there's no way he's going to be able to fix all the problems in Nigeria. And hopefully he's going to have a team of people around him that's going to be supportive, they're going to believe in him, and they're going to work towards the same goal, because you can have a good idea in Nigeria, especially in Africa. Presidents, you're fighting against so many things, people with selfish interests. So you have to have people that are on the same wavelength with you. They think the same way. They are visionaries, and they want to make that country better. So hopefully he's done it before in Lagos State where he was a governor, and hopefully he can do it for Nigeria using the same template. It's going to take time. I don't think 4 years is going to be enough for him. There's going to be what do you call it? Definitely challenges along the way. And I just have this feeling, because I have this feeling that it can't get any worse for Nigerians, because Nigerians are really going through a lot. They're really suffering. I personally, I never wanted him to be president. I wanted a new face. I wanted somebody new. But this is who we have, and I think this is what all the candidates are people that they've been in elections for so many years. I think the Labour Party came to the party late. I think it was a bit too soon for them, for Peter Obi. I think if you can go back, gather some momentum, get some more meat behind the bone, and get some more people involved in his party. I think the two other parties could have come together, the three other parties could have come together, and they would have formed a strong force to defeat. They might have defeated president-elect of the APC, but that's all by the wayside now. It's all in the rearview mirror now. I think the main thing is just for Nigerians to just pray, and hope this president will, make Nigerians' life a little bit better, And in terms of, I think the first thing is just security. People know that they are secure, that's the first thing, and then the second will be electricity. For me, minimum wage as well. Trying to improve create jobs as well. It has to be, we have a lot of, it have to be more industrialized. be more, exporting a lot of stuff, like the way maybe China as well. That's a good template to copy. We need to start producing a lot of stuff. Refine the petrol, our own oil as well, petrol, crude oil. I just spend a lot of money refining oil, petrol, and then that money could be used for something else. If we have a lot of refineries in Nigeria, which one is being built by the current administration? So there's a lot of stuff to work on, and because he's taken over from a party, his own party, and from somebody, he can build on what they've started as well. Because that was always my fear when a new president comes in. That's what normally happens. They scrap all the project that's been going on, and then they start their own. I think there's going to be a lot of continuity. I've been to Nigeria recently, I think in 2019, and I was in Lagos, and I could see the difference in Lagos. I could see a lot of stuff that I could see that a lot of infrastructure has been put in place, and there's a lot of stuff that that makes a big difference. And all those stuff counts. Infrastructure will lead to investments, people coming to invest in the country, people coming to set up business, and those are all the kind of stuff that you want to put in place. And so, yeah, he has a lot of work to do. He needs to get on with it, and he needs to get all the other players on board, and hopefully they can they can improve Nigeria and make Nigeria a better country for people living there and for their kids, and there's going to be a lot of problems along the way, and there's going to be people coming and people having a go, at his record, at his past about corruption and all that kind of stuff. But all Nigerian presidents, I think all African presidents have got some kind of stuff behind them. But for me, I think he can start to shine that light on Nigeria and improve the lives of Nigerians. And I think that is the most important thing he needs to do, because a lot of people are suffering in Nigeria, and I think all this religious voting, tribalism, and all that kind of stuff can be improved if he can improve the lives of Nigerians, and across tribal lines and religious lines as well, because that's the way Nigeria is. I think Africa is in general. They vote along tribal lines, and there has to be a love. And this is a lesson for all Nigerians as well. Forget about your tribalism. You can support where you're from, but at the end of the day, pick the right person for the job. Pick the right person for the job, whether they're Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, Ijo, wherever they come from. Pick the right person based on what they've done in the past, their track record, proof. So I think this is a lesson for Nigerians as well. And you have to, you could like Igbo, you could be like your Yoruba because you're Yoruba, you could like Igbo, you could be an Hausa man, I like Hausas, but still look at you as a whole Nigeria. Everybody's looking for the same thing, and everybody wants the same result. So yeah, I hope he's going to be a good president. He's going to be elected, and anybody that's got issues around the election or the integrity of the election should go to court. Whether the court will solve the problem, that's another conversation for another day. So yeah, that's our hot topic for today. Thank you everyone for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, share. This is the ugly truth. We're going to be looking back and reviewing the elections and how the Inec had performed, and we're going to be having a look at some of the talking points of the election shows. So, thank you very much for being safe. Congratulations to winning party. All the other parties, just have to try and work with the ruling party, and then try and step up your game. And the winning party as well, don't rest on your laurels. Make sure you got a lot of competition, you got a lot of eyes on you, and if you don't perform or deliver what you promise, these people, the elections in Nigeria are getting closer. Voters are getting clever, they're more aware, they are opening, there's a lot of social media and all that kind of stuff. If you don't perform, you'll be voted out. It's like, and I think Nigerians should know the power they have, and especially the youth. They should know the power they have, and they should believe in the democracy still. Although we are still away from being matured enough to vote, to make sure our votes are counted, because the process that in place, INEC in place to ensure that the votes are counted and the integrity of the election is fulfilled. They failed, they failed people, in delivering what they promised. So, but yeah, we look forward to the future, and we just pray that Nigeria gets what the people they deserve with this new president. This new president. So yeah, that's the ugly truth for the day. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.